IMHO Talk Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Back like we never left. I to the Ism, H to the Izzo Talk Show. Sir Charles.
Miss Max.
Razor.
And as promised, we are here with none other than, once again, our brother with the Jefferson District Youth Football League, Terrence Smith. Good to see you once again, my brother. How you feeling?
I feel great.
Good stuff, man. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for what you're doing with the youth, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just kind of want to, I guess, Max, a good place to start is kind of, just catching up with you. We had you here last year, and of course, the big talk was how across the region, the state, the country, football turnout was low, right? Like, seems like kids, families are, just aren't as excited about playing football anymore, right? We saw even some schools couldn't even, get enough players interested to even have a team, right? To get a full roster. So you guys were applauded last year for the great work you were doing with trying to re-engage the community, working with local athletic departments and stuff to get kids out at a younger age. So kind of catch us up, man. So after the inaugural year of kind of bringing this youth football league back, what were some of the pros, the cons, some of the lessons, the highlights from last year?
And why don't you reintroduce yourself for our listeners?
So my name is Terrence Smith. I'm the president of the Charlottesville Black Knights program.
Okay.
And the Jefferson District Football League. Man, last year was tough.
Mm-hmm.
We got off to a start, a lot of stuff. We were trying to make sure we had proper equipment to protect the kids. We didn't want to put them in old equipment. We wanted them to be in new equipment. Make sure they were safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. Have fun, be safe.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to do that, with support from the city, other sponsors. We were able to get new equipment and provide that and make sure that the kids were safe.
Right, let me put a pin in this. So when you say city, you mean like
the city of Charlottesville.
City of Charlottesville, like city council.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff.
We were able to to actually partner with them to get that done.
Okay.
So that was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. We had a couple of delays in our uniforms. The guy that did our uniforms, he messed them up initially. So our first week we didn't even have uniforms.
Dang, okay.
So we played in the the practice bunnies, the black practice bunnies. Like,
okay.
They're like, oh, you want to push the game back? No, we're gonna play football.
Right. There you go.
That's what we're here for.
So
let's keep it 100 right there, though.
Yep.
How much flack you get from that? How many mamas you have about them giving you the money and you got the jerseys?
None.
Oh, that's what's up. Shouts out, y'all.
Yeah,
Shouts out,
yeah,
Charles.
it was crazy. Like,
I love it.
we didn't last year. We from the parents. Our parents were phenomenal, man.
Love it. Love to hear.
They helped with everything. We needed water. We needed mouthpieces. A kid left a mouthpiece. They would fly to the store and get them a mouthpiece. Like,
that's what's up.
We didn't have any pushback with anything we did. We didn't have parents coming on the field trying to tell us how to coach. Like, when they dropped the kids off, most of them actually stayed there for practice up on the hill, but they let us actually coach their kids, which was, that's phenomenal. Like, that's a lot.
They were still talking just from the hill.
Yeah, they was talking from the hill, but we couldn't hear it. So it's
I wasn't there, but I have several sons who play sports, so I know we be talking.
Definitely
You just
talking.
don't hear it.
and that's fine. We first season went well. We finished 5-4. We made it to the playoffs. We lost in the first round. Growing pains.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The big thing is the kids had fun. The parents saw their kids having fun. All the kids I think we had last year coming back.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we only had one team last year. Right now it's looking like at least 3.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's looking like at least 3. And the fourth one is like right there on the edge.
Okay.
What's the age groups for?
So we got 5 to 7,
Mm-hmm.
which is explorers, 8 and 9, which is founders,
Okay.
10 11 is governors, and 12 to 14 is presidents.
Mm-hmm.
So our president team, we're actually going to be the Buford team is going to play in the jdyfl this year. So they're going to be under us.
Nice.
So they'll have a full schedule. It's been kind of hard to get a full schedule for them. So while they've had a team, they may have 5 or 6 games.
Just and difficult because other localities don't offer. Okay.
Yep. So now we'll have it. We'll have those teams.
Yeah.
They'll be able to play a full schedule. And we'll be able to provide them with that opportunity.
Okay. How far out y'all play? Like other districts?
So we play everybody in our district. So we play Fluvanna, we play Orange, we play Monticello, Western, Albemarle, Augusta. Louisa is coming back to the league this year.
Okay.
What am I leaving out? Green. Yeah. So we played literally the Jefferson district. So it's everybody that they're going to play against from now until they finish high school if they stay in the area.
Okay.
That's what's up. Yeah. And you, I think you answered it, but Max's question I was thinking too is like when you said Buford, I was curious if it was, when you said under Jefferson League, I was curious if they were playing other schools like Buford would, but it's still just Jefferson League schools.
Nope. They're going to play everybody that we play. So when they make the schedule, so if we're playing Orange this week, 5 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
gotcha. Okay.
And then the 12 to 14, which is the Buford team, will also be playing Orange.
Nice.
You know, so it just cleans it up. It makes it easier for everybody. You're not trying to find schools for them to play, missing teams here, missing teams there. It's just making it a collective and really making it a feeder program for the high school.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Charlottesville has been missing I mean, the last 5-6 years. And that's where the fall off comes from.
Yeah.
Like when you don't have that feeder program where you're teaching the kids the terminology, they're learning the formations, learning where they're supposed to line up, how they're supposed to do certain things.
How they're supposed to tackle?
How they're supposed to tackle, how they're supposed to block. Like we're teaching. So when they get to the high school, they can go play football.
Okay, good.
You know, they got an hour and a half to 2 hours of practice.
Yeah.
They can actually just go play football.
Okay.
Right.
They don't have to, the coaches there don't have to take time. Oh, I got a kid that's never played football before. And you still have a couple. But
for sure.
For the majority, I can put these kids on the field and get straight to work.
Good.
And that's why other programs have been better than Charlottesville these past few years because they have that structure in place.
Good.
Where we're establishing it and trying to get it there. And that's my goal. That's our goal.
Right.
Now, speaking of which, shout out some of your staff, your team. Like, so you being a director, like, but who makes up your team? You know that helps get this done.
Yeah. So I got Amanda Burns.
Okay.
She's our communication director. Nicholas Fagans.
Okay.
Damian Banks, Annie Smith, and Eric Johnson.
Nice.
So that's my board for the Village, which is our nonprofit.
Yeah.
Which the Black Knights are under.
Okay.
So board is really, really strong in the community. Amanda's, you know, she's on the school board now. You know, Damian had the BCBA.
Yep.
Which is now, you know, the Tonsil League.
Right.
And stuff like that. Shout out to the Tonsil League. That was one of our sponsors from last year.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, just touching base. Other sponsors, Ray Morris Towing, Twisted Ink, Tattoos, Red Light Management, Charlottesville City Schools.
That's big.
In the city of Charlottesville.
Cool.
Yeah, that's big, man. So, you know, what I'm thinking is like, what's been the temperature of the surrounding counties when it comes to doing the Jefferson District Youth Football League, right? Because like Louisa's been pretty standard, you know, like standard powerhouse for this area when it comes to football, right?
Yep.
You know, like that's one that just stands out in my mind. So when it comes to, you know, maybe like Charlottesville not having as much interest, you know, currently as it used to, or in the recent past as it used to, what's been that conversation like when it comes to convincing even like a Louisa or whoever or Orange to say, hey, like we need to reignite this Jefferson District Youth Football League? Because I imagine some of them probably were in other little leagues of Pop Warners,
Orange was here. Orange has been here. Louisa hasn't.
Okay.
So Louisa's coming back this year.
Okay. So with Charlottesville Little League, like one of the only teams that wasn't participating in this youth football league particular?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have a team for 2 years.
Okay.
And like all of our kids got split up.
Right. Okay.
So they went to Monticello, some went to
Albemarle. Yep.
You know, so it was a lot of that. And then like last year was a lot of like trying to get our kids to come back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just get them back to where they are supposed to be.
Gotcha. Okay.
But bringing up Louisa, they've been a powerhouse because they do the same thing from their little league all the way up.
Right.
Like, there's a communication that they have from little league through the high school coaches, and it doesn't change. So if they're doing something at the high school level, it may be watered down at the little league level,
right.
But they're doing the same thing.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's building that, and we'll get there. Like, we're gonna get there
for sure.
And winning cures a lot.
Oh yeah.
So if you saw like Charlottesville boys and girls basketball,
absolutely,
and how the stands were full and the support that they got from the community, when you win, people rally behind you.
That's right.
But like with Charlottesville football, they've been losing, and we've been losing, and we've been losing bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not even a competitive thing. It's like we just haven't been. The kids have been fighting, so I'm not going to say that. But we haven't been putting it together.
The preparation.
And a part of that is it starts with the little league.
Right.
You know, like they're getting kids that haven't ever played football. Like never put on a helmet. Like I was on the sideline for some games, and some of the kids didn't know how to strap their helmet. Like they need help.
That's real.
And you're in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got kids in the Pop Warner's league that I got to help them strap their helmet. But by the end of the season, they strapping their helmet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like just taking little stuff like that out that coaches don't have to worry about, and they can actually focus on the craft.
Yeah. You know, I'm not to be like overly critical, but this is a thing. So I've only been in the city school system. This is my second year now, but I can tell you that when I have attended a high school football game, I've watched varsity play and asked myself, how does a team that has so much talent, albeit raw, just natural talent, still not be able to pull it together? There's too much talent there for what we're seeing.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been a ton of talent, but I think the difference is like with football, it's 11 people on the field at a time, so it's a lot of moving pieces. Whereas basketball is like 5, so you can have some raw players playing basketball, and you can kind of make it work. But with 11, like it's a lot more. Like it's more space, it's more spread out. And if one person doesn't do their job, it can make it look like 5 people aren't doing their job. You know, whereas basketball, you can tell like that guy is not doing his job, and everybody else is guarding who they're supposed to be guarding. Like one guy can make it look like a defensive tackle can make it look like a linebacker and a safety are all the way out of place, even if they're in the right spot. So I think that's the challenge. And again, we're gonna get there because they're gonna learn that stuff before.
I got a question.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's a great point, man. And so we are joined by Terry Smith of the Jefferson District Youth Football League Black Knights. And so they're back for their second annual Black Knight football camp. So like we're in springtime now. And so as I understand it, the actual league play starts in the fall.
League play in the fall.
Got you. Like so update the audience and families that's listening that's that may be new this year. Like what to expect through the spring and the summer. Like what y'all got kicking off now.
Yeah. So again, this is our second annual Black Knight football camp. It's April the 20th, 1 to 5 p.m. at Charlottesville High School. After this camp, we're going to open up pre-registration or early registration. And that registration is going to be $75. So it's normally $150. We're going to do an early bird. It's half. And we'll leave that open for like 2 months to try to get, the families that can't afford it and just try to get the kids out. Try to help out as much as we can with that. After the camp, we'll start conditioning, where we'll just meet up for an hour, a couple of days a week, and we'll just start we'll run, just working through the motions, trying to get kids in shape and stuff like that. And then in June, we'll actually start to rev up for practice and stuff like that.
Okay. Good stuff. And they can find more info too at the Village, the Ville and an H, so VILLEAGE.org, thevillage.org.
So maybe I missed it. Is there a fee for the camp itself?
The camp fee is $10.
Okay.
If there is more than one kid in the household, the second kid is $5, third kid is $5, fourth kid is $5.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. Now, I'm also curious about the league rules, like when it comes to players that may want to play for a different team. Like, is that allowed, or is it district based, just like where you go to school?
So it's district based, but there are like waivers that can be placed. So like, let's say your dad coaches, you live in Fluvanna, but your dad works and coaches in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Then there can be a waiver put in place for that.
Okay.
I know they're trying to eliminate a lot of the waiver stuff, so you play where you live. Which
I'd agree with that.
Which makes sense, to me.
I don't.
No, you don't agree with that? But the whole goal,
applies to me.
The whole goal, Miss Mac, for them to kids go to high school.
Yeah, I get it. But a waiver, so you can live in Albemarle County, and if you go to city schools or work in the city, then you could potentially get a waiver.
Potentially.
Yeah. Okay.
Charles, I got a question.
Yeah. So, man, Razor's sitting there pretty quiet.
Nah, I'm talking. Can you hear me?
We must be checking out about like the one of us that actually played football. He quiet.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, I've been hollering the whole time over here. My microphone must ain't right.
Oh, my
Let's
bad.
talk football here. Like y'all, y'all giving out the good information. Coach, I need you to talk to me as a dad here real quick. How important is winning when you're coaching in today's game? Because that is
Don't lie.
That's what I hear the problem be for the fathers, is that yes, we're worried about safety. Yes, we want to get everybody playing. But at the end of the day, I want my child to win. So if my child has that dog in him, I don't want people watering him down because my child got dog in him and your child don't.
Yeah, so winning is important. Everybody loves winning. I hate losing more than I love winning. So I hold the kids to a standard. Everything we do is a standard. School, it's a standard. At home, it's a standard. When you get to practice, it's a standard. If you're not meeting those standards, you don't play.
Gotcha.
As far as winning goes, winning is the ultimate goal, right? And you can talk about it however you want. Everybody wants to win. Our goal as a whole is to teach the kids how to play the game safely. But we want to dominate while we're doing that. Let me be clear. We not taking the second fiddle from nobody. I don't care how good you were last year. I don't care how many kids you got on the sideline.
Right.
Like, if we show up with 11, we expect to win the game. If we lace them up, that's bottom line. We expect to win.
And I'll take competitive over winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just give it your best. That's all.
Yeah. But the thing is,
not everybody plays by that creed. So.
Yeah. But and I think that's, you could get stuck in that mentality too, because you can be competitive and not win, and it'll end up never being enough. You'll think being competitive is the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to win. Like, I don't want anybody to get a misconception. Like we're here to have fun. The kids want to win. Which is why, like, I know me personally, the stuff that I've been doing, like, behind the scenes since last year ended, I took like a couple weeks off and I got right back to it. But I wanted to make sure the kids had stuff we didn't have. The kids have the training equipment we didn't have. So it gives them every opportunity to get better. So for me, when I played football, it was something Dion said always stuck with me.
Okay.
You look good, you feel good.
True.
You feel good, you play good.
Yeah.
You play good, they pay good.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we gotta put that into the kids. So a lot of the kids now that aren't playing sports, they see the stuff on social media, but we don't have the stuff that they're seeing. Like, Charlottesville doesn't have the stuff they seeing on social media.
Okay.
So if you go on Instagram right now and you look up Texas football, like, their high schools are like colleges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, like, I'm talking about, like, the stadiums are like UVA.
Okay.
And that's a high school.
Yeah.
But they got nice uniforms. they got a million people out there in the stands. They got people out there recording them, people making highlights. We have to give our kids that stuff too.
Yeah.
Once our kids see that, because you have to tap into their social media side. And if you can do that, you can get them, you can get that talent that's sitting out on a computer or on a video game. You can get that talent on the field. You can get that talent on the court. You can get them away from that TV, away from that iPad screen. But we have to be able to tap into that psyche and actually identify with them.
Yeah.
So if we can't identify with them, they're not going to relate to us.
Yeah. And one of the things that I appreciate about your answer to Razor too is about wanting to win, but doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Because the whole like the moral obligation behind it, like that we're teaching our kids, and you know, and I know you're seen by many as a mentor as well, and so like that, so that's highly appreciated because it's very important to say we're gonna win, but we're gonna do it the right way. So how hard is it to get people to trust the process? Because when people are seeing sort of an end result, you know, like last year's record at the high school would not, it's like I could, like, not that I agree, but I could understand the, you know, like the frustration of wanting to fix that immediately. But how hard is it to get people to trust the process?
It's hard. Like, it's no sugarcoating it. It's hard. Because like you got a new coach. So like, and Woody's like, he's won state championships. So some parents might see that and say, I'm expecting an immediate change. It doesn't.
The high
work
school
like
has
that.
a new coach now.
Yeah,
he
started
last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know, some parents are going to expect like an immediate change. It doesn't work like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a part of that is some of those kids. Like when I went to the high school games, like it's kids that should be playing football. Like I don't like 40 kids that should be playing football. And I mean, I think that's one of the differences. Like from when we grew up, we played sports. Like we tried to play sports all year. Like now, like kids are like, I'm a basketball player.
Right.
Like that's what I'm gonna play.
Right.
Like, but I want kids to understand, like when you play different sports, it strengthens different muscles. Like it makes you stronger here. What you do on the football field will make you stronger on the basketball court. If you wrestle, that's gonna make you stronger all the way around. If you run track, you'll actually learn how to run, like really run. And it'll help you get faster. You know what I mean? It'll help you get quicker. It puts the twitch in those muscles that if you just play basketball year round, you're working the same muscles every single day. So I want kids to understand that too. Like, don't get caught in the phase like, oh, I'm just a hooper or I just play baseball. Because all these other sports are going to make you better. And I know like they have a free track program during the summer. I want all of my kids to go to the track program, participate, and then after the track program, we're gonna do conditioning. But I know what track is doing for you, like overall. So, I mean, it's a lot to it. There's a lot going into it, but you got to get kids interested and actually get them outside.
Right.
You know.
Hey, Coach, I got another question for you.
Yes, sir.
Last year, you said you ain't had nobody to cuss at the kids. Is that application still open?
Yeah, I mean,
that application still open.
So you know,
have to put him on the head.
Curse words.
Bring him on just for that.
Curse words happen, right? Like nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. The one thing we try to teach the kids is like curse words will slip. We get it. Even with us, curse words slip. But we can't go around just cussing the whole time. Like all day, every day. It's a life lesson. So like with us, we're building like, it's a visual with it. You know what I'm saying? So like we want it to be clean. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna be on, I'm not gonna be on the sidelines turning around, cussing a parent out. Like that's kind of wild. And I don't want any of my coaches doing that. Like none of them. Again, curse words are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But we're not out there like belittling the kids. We're not cursing. If practice is an hour and a half, we not cussing for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it might be a curse word might fly here and there, but that's not what we're teaching. Because the problem is when we curse, if we curse a lot, they're gonna curse a lot. Right. Because they're gonna do what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the kids look at us as mentors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta build a trust with them to where we don't have to cuss at them. You know what I'm saying? Now we can yell, You know what I'm saying? We can yell, and you also got to understand which kids can handle that, and which kids can't.
That's true. True
you know what I'm saying?
You know, you mentioned something off air about the Charlottesville sports program having a bad reputation. And is that something that you still deal with on the youth league level, dealing with the surrounding counties or localities that you play against?
I think we got rid of that stigma last year.
Okay.
Like for us. And I think just maintaining that moving forward. I feel like you get more bees with honey.
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's right.
You know, I don't have to be nasty to get a result.
Right.
Like that's my goal. Like that's my mindset. And I want the kids I want them to play with the nasty mindset.
Yeah.
But show the sportsmanship.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like we want to dominate, but we're gonna be sportsmen about it.
Yeah.
Sportsmen and sportswomen, because we have girls on our team too.
Right. That's big.
So I want to make sure that they understand like the competitive juices is cool, but we don't have to belittle. We don't have to, shoot a kid down. We don't have to taunt. Like we can score a touchdown and we can go, like the kids celebrate a little bit and they go back to the huddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Act like you've been there before.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? That's it. Bottom line.
Yeah.
So we got to teach them how to be young men and young women so they can be valuable in the community. Because like sports teach you life lessons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna run from stuff. If you quit, you're gonna run from stuff your whole life.
Hey, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like you setting a standard for yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's what we trying to make sure that they don't do.
Yeah. And a lot of it's been preconceived notions too.
Yeah.
Like whether it's been from the opposing parents or whether it's been from the referees.
Yeah.
Like I've been to games where I've seen, kids from other teams just be nasty and ugly. And if there's like a little scuffle, then it's automatic. You looking at Charlottesville.
Every time.
Like looking at, and of course, like we like you pointed out the basketball team and how there was like a culture shift because winning kind of cured that ill. But it was the same thing, right? It was like the city school is the one that always gets pointed at, and we ignore all these issues that's going on at other schools or what other kids are doing because you have this preconceived notion that those city school kids are the bad ones.
Yep.
And we are debunking that myth, and I appreciate you helping with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the media has to. The news media, like even how good the boys and girls teams were, they didn't start getting coverage until the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls team was undefeated and they didn't start getting news coverage like that until they had won 17, 18 games.
Yeah.
And now they're on TV. You know what I mean? Like we got to stop doing that because if it was another school, they would have been getting that coverage and they would have been getting looked at. And I always tell my kids, we don't make excuses. Like, I don't expect the referees to like us. I don't expect the referees to show us love. I don't expect the other coaches to. Like, I tell my kids, every game, we got to score enough points so the referees don't matter.
Right.
So whatever they call, it don't matter.
Right.
We're going to put up enough points to where if they call some stuff at the end of the game or late in the game, it doesn't change our outcome.
There you go.
You know,
Yes, indeed.
so I think that's what we gotta teach our kids. Like, you control what you control, and the rest will fall in place.
Yeah,
there you go, man. So we have been talking to Terry Smith, the jdyfl Charlottesville Black Knights camp, Saturday, April 20th, 2024 at Charlottesville High School. The event will be at 1 p.m. until 5 p.m., $10 per child, $5 for each additional child. And he said you can get more information at thevillage.org, and that's spelled like the Ville and then age. So thevillage.org, you can get more info. Anybody else you want to shout out, man? Anything else coming? Because I know last year that there was some access to some free physicals.
Yeah.
And you did mention the early bird registration for the actual team, which is half price for the early bird.
Yep.
But we'll give you the closing words.
Yeah.
So we need a sports physical?
You do need a sports physical.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're working on that, so they will be free.
Okay.
So they won't be a charge to parents. We haven't locked down the date, location, or anything like that. But it will be on the website as soon as we figure it out.
Okay.
It'll be there. The nonprofit we're working on a lot of stuff. We're going to be sponsoring the AAU basketball team soon. We're working on a trade program, for high schoolers. because everybody's not going to go to college.
Right.
Like, we understand that. Somebody might want to be a DJ. Somebody might want to be a photographer, a videographer. So not taking away from what K-Tech does, but if we have kids that want to do certain things, we want to make sure we put them in a position where they're getting the one-on-one training to kind of expedite that and get them out there on their own, where they can actually make money and the legal way, and not have to worry about looking over their shoulder or anything like that, and actually giving them a life skill. And then even if they want to go to college, if you're doing photography and videography, you go to college, you can make money while you're in school.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
just trades, whatever it may be, military, right? Whatever it may be.
Yeah. So the trade program, that's coming soon. We're still working out a couple things. We got a couple kids that we talked to. So that'll be coming really, really soon, probably like within like the next month. So
we're gonna have to have you back up here to have the AAU talk, because I got some opinions, strong opinions on that. How many AAU basketball teams we need in this town?
So and that's the thing, like,
how many do we have?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like, and that was one of my things, like, and that's why I didn't want to start one.
Yeah.
Because
but you said sponsor one.
I'll sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to sponsor one.
Okay.
And again,
thank you for that clarification.
Yeah. No, I'm not starting another team. Like, it's so many teams, and I feel like
we're diluting the pool.
We're diluting the pool.
Yeah.
And then you're taking kids to different spots, and they're competitive, but then they're running into teams where from that area they're loaded.
They're loaded.
All you know what I'm saying? So all
the best players
running into a buzzsaw, where I feel like, you might be able to structurally pull some of these resources together, create a better team, even if you have an A and a B team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the same team, and you travel with them.
Yeah.
I feel like, to me personally,
you own something. We're gonna talk about this off air, so nobody steal our idea. But just that idea though of like, even if you say like the showcase tournaments at the end of the summer, where it's like the big championships, like, why don't we put an all-star team together?
Yep.
They're like, you could play for your organization during the spring, but by end of summer, we take all our best kids and have the Charlottesville team together.
Yep.
Hey, y'all better not steal that idea. We got it on record. Terrace is gonna lead that up. We're gonna get these AAU organizations together.
But man, we working on a lot of different stuff. We wanna do more sports for kids. Like, we're getting tutors for kids now that was on the football team. Like stuff like that. We're doing that stuff too. So, like, I don't want you to think it's all about sports. Like, we want your grades to be good. We want you to be able to get a scholarship to go to school if you want to go to school.
And you holding them accountable?
Holding them accountable.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you don't come to practice. Like, if a parent, so last year we had parents come tell us such and such showing off at school, such and such showing off at home. Cool. We run them at practice. And when I say we run them, the team. Because we gonna hold each other accountable.
Nobody liking them by the end of practice.
We gonna hold each other accountable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one of the things, like, and I was in the military. So if somebody messed up, everybody messed up. But that's just teaching them, like, yo, if we hold each other accountable, we're gonna be better all around. You know? Right. So we can do that, we're good. But
that's a life lesson.
I had parents tell me, oh, well, he can't play. Cool. He gonna put that jersey on. He gonna come stand on the sideline. He gonna watch. He not gonna play, but he gonna be here, so he understand what he did wrong.
Right.
And then we didn't have that problem anymore.
There you go.
So it eliminates stuff. Like, when you actually, like, put discipline, I guess you could say, in place.
Absolutely.
Put a structure in place. Like, kids respond to it. They want it. They want structure. And most of the kids, like, if they're running around super wild all the time, they just need structure. And that normally resolves a lot of it. What I found anyway.
Oh, cool, brother, man. Thank you for joining us once again.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Like, all the best success, best wishes, man. You always got our airwaves, you always got our support.
I appreciate it.
And speaking of support, I know there's always room for supporters, right?
Absolutely.
Donors, sponsors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And like, all those links are on our page at thevillage.org. My phone number is listed if you need to speak with me, you need any information about what we have going on. And we are a nonprofit. Everything is in order there. So, we're always looking for donors. We're trying to get back.
Straight.
Got to.
Gotta have that paperwork.
Got to. The paper is straight. We don't have. We're not doing that. We're not gonna have those problems. But yeah, we want to get back to the community as much as we can, and just develop good people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if we can do that, we gonna make the community better. The sports will fall in place. The kids you'll see more kids doing more things, creating their own careers and their own lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of kids are already doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a 14-year-old that does hair. She does my daughter's hair.
Yeah.
And she make more than some people I know. Yeah. So she charging $2 something to do hair.
Yeah.
And she doing a hair the day after school, and then the weekend she booked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's a new world, man.
It's
like
a new world.
With the NIL, the endorsements, it's a new world for these amateur athletes.
And that's another thing. You can get an NIL in high school here.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start seeing that flowing down.
Yep.
And people actually making hundreds of thousands of dollars when they 16 and 17.
Yep.
And I'm not the one to tell you how to manage that, but I can help you find somebody to put you in the right situation.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you. Mm-hmm. So in terms of your coaching staff, if someone wants to learn more about the game and would like to be maybe an assistant coach or help out or what have you, how do they
just reach out to me?
Okay.
Yep. So right now we have 14 coaches on staff.
Okay.
Right now. Last year we had 5. So the more coaches we have, the
know what they're doing.
One-on-one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
that's important.
And so we have coaches that are really they coached at high levels. We have coaches that have coached at Pop Warner. We have coaches that haven't really coached before.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really, really good with kids,
then
you can get the best out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the guys haven't coached before, but I know they're really, really good with kids. So they'll be able to get the best out of them, and they're going to learn under the guys that really, really know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in coaching, you can inbox me. My phone number's on the flyer. It's on the internet. Just call me, and we'll work it out.
Okay. One more question I have to ask. Is that a volunteer position?
It is a volunteer position. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So everything is volunteer. Nobody's getting paid.
Okay.
But we're going to look good. We're going to feel good, and we're going to play good. And we're going to set a new standard around here that, people are going to have to respect at the end of the day.
Right. Good for you.
Yep.
Good for you.
Right.
Well, thank you, Terrence, for joining
you.
us today. And we really, IMHO really appreciates, and on behalf of the community, appreciates the investment that you're making in our area kids. And we wish you all the best. You're welcome here. Come back, talk about new endeavors,
I will.
different events and things like that. All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.